Some years ago, I went to a hairdressing salon to make my hair. A guy followed me to the salon and paid for my hair. That was how we became friends. We dated for a while and we got married. And God blessed us with 3 boys. Before I met him, I had my own business. Few years after our marriage, my husband had some issues in his business and he had no money left. So I advised him to join me in my business because I had 2 shops and my business was doing very well. So he joined me and everything was going on well, but he was in charge. One day, a lady bought a fairly used phone from us. We do sell new ones and fairly used. When she got back home and found out that the phone was not working, she was supposed to return the phone back to me, but she opened it before returning it back to me, so I refused to collect it. If not that she opened the phone, I was supposed to return it back to my supplier, then they will change the phone for her. But because she has opened it, they will not collect the phone from me. So because of that, I did not collect the phone from her. So this lady told me that because I did not collect the phone from her, that I'm going to see. Since that day, I started having issues with my husband. After some months, someone called my husband's phone and I picked it. It was a lady. She asked me to hand over the phone to the owner. I told her that the owner is my husband. I asked her who she was. She said nothing. She only said that I should hand the phone over to my husband. And that lady caused more issues for us. But because I already had 3 children with my husband, I decided to stay, despite everything my husband was doing. One day, I decided to go and meet my mother to tell her what has been going on. I asked my husband for transport. This man refused to give me money. Remember, the 2 shops are mine. This whole thing was happening in Cotonou, and I was supposed to come to Nigeria to see my mother. So that day, when I got to the shop, I took some money and gave it to one of our neighbors to hold for me. I told her that I'm going to pick the money from her in the morning because I want to go to Nigeria to see my mother. I didn't know how my husband heard about it. He collected the money from the neighbor and asked me not to go anywhere. But because of the things he said and did that day, I collected money from someone else and went down to Nigeria to see my mother. Few days later, he came down to Nigeria to apologize. I refused to go back with him. 1 month later, this man got married to another woman. That was how my husband took over my 2 shops and he did not release my children to me. After some months, my brothers raised some money for me, so I traveled abroad, although I went by road. One of the nights, some men came from nowhere and did the do with all the women, including me. By the time I got to my destination, I found out that I was pregnant. But luckily for me, I met a man that truly loves me. He accepted me with the pregnancy and promised to marry me. We have been living together for 10 years now, and no one knows that he's not the father to my son. He has been a good father to my son and also a good man to me. But since then, this man has refused to talk about our marriage. Whenever I talk about our marriage, he will change the topic. Meanwhile, I told him that I'm a widow and I have 3 children already in Nigeria. I didn't want him to know that my children's father is in Cotonou. I love this man so much. I don't want to lose him. I've made a lot of money. I've bought different houses in Nigeria. I've bought plots of land. Last year, this my boyfriend introduced me to one of his friends in Nigeria. Through him, I also bought some plots of land for him. I will be returning back to Nigeria soon. I've been thinking of buying 1 or 2 houses for my boyfriend, or even going to his village to build a house for him, because he does not have a house of his own. Meanwhile, I have so many houses already. Please, I really need your advice. Please, do you think it's wise for me to go to his village and build a house for him? Please, do you think after building this house that he's going to marry me? Although his father has already told me that he's not going to marry me, but he said that I should not listen to his father. Secondly, please, do you think I should tell him the truth about my children's father? It's well with you, my sister. My dear sister, please, if you want to build a house for your boyfriend, just do it because you want to do it for a friend. Don't do it because you want him to marry you. Because the truth is that he may not marry you. Both of you have been together for 10 good years. If he really wanted to marry you, he would have done that, my sister. I won't advise you not to build a house for him, but just put it in your heart that you're just doing it for a friend, alright? So that if he does not marry you, you won't feel bad. Just see it as a gift you want to give to a friend, alright? So it's your choice if you really want to do it for him, okay? And please, it's also important for you to tell him about your children's father, alright? There is no need to keep such a secret from a man you want to marry, okay? Let me still leave this matter in the hands of my viewers. My viewers, please, what do you think she should do? Please drop it for me at the comment section, okay? Because she will also be there to read it. Thank you for always watching my videos. I love you guys so much. And please don't forget to share this video, okay? See you in my next video. Bye-bye.